Hi, I'm Dr. Roger Levin, CEO of Levin Group, the leading dental management consulting firm. Welcome to Part 5 of our Game Changer series in these conversations. If you have not seen Parts 1 through 4, you might want to go back and start with those, especially Part 1, so you understand what I mean by permanent game changers. Now, the fifth area we're going to talk about, the fifth game changer, refers to dental service organizations, or DSOs. Many of you refer to them as corporate dental practices. Some have 10 practices, some have 100, some have 400, but the fact is they're growing. Now, at Levin Group, and I'm a dentist, I was 10 years full-time in practice, so I'm one of you, we take the emotion out of the situation and we look at the reality because we have to address solutions based on what's realistically happening. What's realistically happening is the number of dentists working for DSOs are growing. It was about 4% of dentists 4 years ago. Now it's about 7%, and we do think it's going to go to about 14, 15, 16% in the next 5 years. Independent practice will be fine, it will be well, it will be very lucrative for those practices that do the right things. I was taking a course recently on the 80-20 principle that was first taught by Vilfredo Pareto, an Italian economist, who noticed that 80% of the wealth in Italy was controlled by 20% of the population. Well, the same thing applies here. Of the practices, which will be the majority that stay, fee for service with some insurance, 80% of the practices are not going to do as well as the top 20%, and the gap is going to get bigger and bigger. And the reason is the top 20% understand that dentistry is changing, that we have permanent game changers, that you now have a new type of competition, the dental service organization, who opens around the country. Suddenly you'll find one of their offices opening near you. That increases competition, that changes the landscape because many of them take a lot of the insurance plans, many of them are open more hours than the traditional dental practice, and you don't have to change that, but you do have to compete effectively. So what you want to do is start to put in place excellent systems now. Systems represent the strategy and the tactics of how you grow your practice. Systems are not just for getting through the day or not having any problems or making life as easy as possible. They do all that, but systems are also about making the right choices. When you have systems, step by step, documented operations, the staff performs better, the practice grows, we don't lose our patients, we don't have high no-shows, we don't have rejected cases at the level that you might now. And that's critical. So take a hard look at your practice, look at your systems, and ask yourself, am I prepared for the permanent game changer of expansion of the DSOs? Thank you for spending time with me on this permanent game changer. Enjoy the website. There's a huge amount of free education waiting for you. And I look forward to talking to you about the next game changer in our next conversation. Until then, I wish you continued luck and success.